Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the Algebra 1 concept of simplifying square roots. This is standard A.11A in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 20 of the 2023 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. Alright, so we need to find an expression that is equivalent to the square root of 600. So let's do it the official way, right, by factoring out another square root. Then we'll just double check it with the calculator, because that's also a possibility. Now, let's go ahead and just see what we've got here. Just the square root of 600, and then 4 expressions, only one of them being equivalent. This is what we need to think of. This 600, right, that's a large number. Within that 600, we need to be thinking, what are some different factors of 600? And what we want is we want one of them to be a perfect square, right? So let's just list our perfect squares. 1 squared doesn't really help us, right? So 2 squared is 4. 3 squared is 9. 4 squared is 16. 5 squared, 25. You know, 25 could probably go into 600. Let's see if we can get a little bit bigger. 36. 7 squared is 49. 8 squared, 64. 9 squared, 81. Now 10 squared, yeah, that's probably going to be as close as we get. We can keep going a little bit bigger, but look at that, 100 is definitely going to go into there. So this is what we need to do. We need to take that square root of 600, and we are going to turn it into an equivalent expression. And we're going to say it's the square root of 100 times the square root of 6. Now you might be thinking, well, can you do that? Well, think about 60, right? We can easily turn 60 into 6 times 10. It's an equivalent expression. Just because we have the square root doesn't mean we can't split something up and decompose that number into 2 smaller factors. So that's what we did here. And then we're not going to do anything with that square root of 6. It is what it is. But what we are going to do is we're going to say, you know what? We know what the square root of 100 is. It's right there. We just finished it. So we're going to simplify that square root of 100 to 10. And then we're going to leave it on the outside. So 10 square root of 6, you don't need a little dot to represent multiplication, and it looks like that's our answer. Now, let's do it the kind of the slow and brute force way. Okay, and I'm going to reset all that to give myself a little bit more room. Let's just use calculator, and let's first figure out, okay, what is the square root of 600? So we're going to have that second, and it's the x squared to get that little blue square root. 600. Okay, so that's approximately 24.49. Okay. Now we just do the other ones, right? So 6 square root of 10. Okay, see, that's not going to work because that's 18, approximately 18.97. Now that 10 square root of 6, that's what we said should work. 10 square root of 6. There we go. You see, it matches perfectly. So that is going to be our answer. Let's see what the other two are, just to double check. Oh, 24. And I can tell you that 24 times square root of 25, that's going to be 24 times square root of that's 24 times 5. So that's only going to get you 120. Not approximate, that's exact. And then 25 times the square root of 24. It's about 122.47. All right, well, we did our work. We double checked it. The answer is B.